Great. So coming to sit cross-legged on your mat. Closing the eyes and watching the breath. Watching the breath as it moves in through the nose to fill the lower belly and then the upper belly as the chest and shoulders rise. And witnessing as the breath leaves from the body, deflating first the lower belly and then the upper belly as the chest and shoulders fall. Watching this breath from the awareness point at the center of the heart. Watching as the mind becomes more and more still and more calm. We consecrate totally and unconditionally the fruits of the actions of this yoga class to the supreme absolute consciousness, to the absolute highest form of universal love and intelligence, for the highest benefit for our minds, bodies, souls, and lives. We are going to practice bandhas today. So bandhas are internal locks. They are things you do with the muscles inside your body to hold and move the energy in a certain way. Now, they are very useful because some of the locks we are doing encourage the energy to flow inside our body and move higher up the spine rather than falling out and being wasted by releasing. So what you're going to be doing first is gathering in your sex muscles. So take your awareness down to your pelvic floor, and I would like you to begin by pulling everything up and in. Your pubic bone goes towards your anus, and then your sit bones close together as your P muscles pull up. Your anus does as well. So everything gets pulled up together. Think north meets south and east meets west. As well as the muscles that are responsible for you going to the bathroom. So you should feel an increase in the feelings of strength and stability across your pelvis and your abdomen. This is called Mula Bandha. This is a really wonderful lock because it helps to hold the energy. This is what can give you energy during the day, and it also helps to give you energy during your postures. So you want to have this locked in the whole time, along with Uddiyana Bandha. So Uddiyana Bandha is pulling your navel in towards your spine gently. So you don't do it in such a way that the abdomen wall becomes hard. No, we pull it in softly, like you're sucking it in, as opposed to trying to make your abdomen hard. So having all of this in, experiment, how do you feel? You will notice your breath won't travel all the way down to the lower abdomen anymore, and that is fine. This is how we want to feel. So this is called Mula Bandha and Uddiyana Bandha. You will have these acted in varying degrees throughout the practice, sometimes a little more. Now, it might take a little bit for you to get used to, but it should never be uncomfortable. If you find that you are maybe pulling everything in way too hard and it's making you uncomfortable, you can ease up a little bit. Okay. Now continuing with our bandha for the rest of class. We inhale, lift the arms up over the head. And exhale, fold forward, fingertips meet the ground. Breathing into the stretch at the legs and at the lower back. Feeling our connection to the ground. Pulling the bandhas in. And inhale up. Switching the cross of the legs. Arms up over the head. And exhale, fold. Keeping those bandhas in. So there are a few muscles down there. Make sure that the muscles that you use to stop yourself from peeing when you go to the bathroom are also engaged. Everything up and in, moving the energy up towards the spine and up the spine. And remembering to engage your Ujjayi breath. And inhale to come up. And making our way up to downward dog. And holding here. Remembering to count your breath. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhaling for 5, 6, 7, 8. Feeling your connection to the ground. Walking our feet towards our hands. Allowing ourselves to fold forward. We take the hands and we clasp them behind our lower back. And then we move our hands away from our hips in the direction of our head. So we are getting a big, big stretch along the back body, the legs, the arms, the chest. Now bend the right knee, keeping the left knee straight. You should feel that intensify along the back of the left leg. Breathing through it, keeping your bandhas in, checking in to make sure that everything is still where you started, everything's up and in. And switching the legs, bending left. Using your Ujjayi breath to breathe into any and all of the sensations. And of course, pressing your feet into the ground, feeling your relationship with the ground. This will help with grounding, of course, as well as mental and emotional balance. And inhale, come up to standing. Feet together at the top of the mat, pressing your tripods into the ground, allowing the strength and that feeling of vitality from the earth to climb up your legs towards your hips, straightening your body, shoulders back. You are pressing down as well as stretching up. Inhale, arms up over the head, looking at the thumbs. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, stepping back into plank. Making it a nice strong plank, but remembering the principle of Sthira Sukha. You want all of your postures to be strong and aligned, but you definitely want to be as relaxed as possible while doing them. And then maybe we are on our knees today, and we move down towards Chaturanga. And inhale up to Cobra. Being really nice and gentle with ourselves, but still strong and firm, finding that balance within you for yourself. And downward dog. Are our bandhas still in? Let's make sure that they are. One more breath here. And looking between the palms, step or jump. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up. Samastiti. Good. And inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Stepping back into plank. Remembering our alignment in plank. Shoulders away from ears. And chaturanga. Upward or downward. Meeting in downward dog for 1. Pressing into the ground for 2. For 3. For 4. And for 5. Looking between the palms, step or jump. Here we inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up over the head. And arms back down to your sides. Samasthiti. Now we're going to get a little bit more into the hips. Arms up over the head. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Stepping or jump back to plank. Flowing through your vinyasa. Meeting in downward dog. From downward dog, we take the left foot forward and the right knee down. And the fingertips, if possible, and the palms flat on the ground. Let me go back a tick so you can see. There we are. Okay. And looking up, breathing into your pelvis and your hips. How are your bandhas doing? How is your pelvic floor feeling? So this is your body. You have autonomy, you have control. So you want to feel as good in your body as possible at any given moment. So sometimes that's going to be a bit of a challenge because you might be stretching or you might have sore muscles. But when it comes to the bandhas, feel free to experiment a little. So maybe you want to release them a little bit. And then maybe you notice, hey, actually, this feels really good. If I release it maybe 10%, maybe I was doing it too hard before. Or maybe even during your day, you might feel that you're super tired or you're getting anxious when you're off the mat. And then you'll pull your bandhas in and you'll realize, hey, that's totally solved that problem for me. So make sure to stay aware, to stay present, and experiment. And bringing the body up, we press on the back foot. So you're pressing the right foot down to make sure you have stability. You inhale, raise your arms over your head, palms to touch, and back bend a little bit, stretching that front body. Breathing into the stretch. And exhale, coming back. And taking the left leg back. into downward dog. Feeling the difference in the right leg and in the left, and in the right groin and the left. What feels lighter, what feels more free and fluid? Where is the circulation better? This is what we want. Taking the right foot forward now. Left knee goes down. Fingertips on either side of the foot. And breathing with your ujjayi and some level of activation of your bandhas. Gonna move back a little bit. So I'm in frame, perfect. Breathing into the stretch of your groin, the quad. And inhale, arms up. Then we move into a back bend. So pressing that back foot down for stability, pressing the front foot into the ground also, and bending backward. Stretching, remembering yoga is about stretching. And exhale to come back down. And stepping back into your downward dog. Feeling increased energy flow in the hip area. Feeling lighter, freer, more energized. Noticing how the chest is more open. The energy flows much more easily towards the heart and the head, helping us to experience higher and nicer states of consciousness. Are you perhaps already in a better mood than when you woke up this morning and when you started on your mat today? And look in between the palms, step or jump. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. And inhale, I'd like you to take your feet out to either side of your mat and bring your hips down in between. Swinging the hips down in between. Elbows go onto the inside of either knee, moving them away. I'm going to turn to face you guys like this. Ideally, we want our feet and heels on the ground. We are pressing into our knees and bringing our fingertips to the center of the chest. Bringing the awareness on your Muladhara chakra. Breathing here. And inhale to come up. Exhale to fold. Bringing the feet together. And arms up over the head. And exhale down by the side. All right, we should be feeling nice and loose in the lower body, a lot more free than when we began, and remembering to activate your bandhas. Inhale, bending the knees, arms going up over the head. Remembering to stay grounded, really press into the ground. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, step or jump. Chaturanga. Upward, downward. And then from downward dog, the right foot goes forward. We go up into our first warrior one. Stretching up, pressing down. Exhale to our vinyasa. And our upward. Our downward. And our warrior one on the left side. Stretching up, pressing down. And exhale. Flowing through your vinyasa. Meeting with the hips back. In downward dog for 1. For 2. For 3. For 4. And for 5. And jumping to the front, mindfully but soft. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Always having a firm grip on the ground. Bending the knees. Arms up over the head. And exhale, arms down. Remembering that we are always uniting all of our movements with the breath. So there's this consistent awareness of mind connected to body in relationship to where we are in the ground and as the breath moves through your body. Okay? You will begin to feel these sensations more and more the more you practice. Inhale, bending the knees, arms up over the head. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step or jump. And down into Chaturanga. Into upward. Exhale, downward. Inhale, right foot forward, warrior one. Holding here for 1, for 2, for 3, for 4, and for 5. And at 5, the left hand drops down, extending down towards the left knee. We back bend and stretch backwards into peaceful warrior, looking up at the palm still for 1, for 2, and for 3. And we exhale, taking slowly, mindfully our vinyasa. So we are slowing down the pace here, making things more mindful, more deliberate. Meeting in downward dog for 3 breaths. For 1, for 2, and for 3. Right foot for, pardon me, left foot forward, warrior 1. Arms up. If your flexibility allows, you want warrior 1 with your hands touching at the top, looking at your thumbs. If not, you can have the hands split and you can have the face facing forward. Breathe here for 2. For 3. For 4. Remembering the feet. For 5. And the right hand drops back. Stretch backwards into peaceful warrior for 1. Looking at the palm. For 2. And for 3. Exhale, stepping back into plank. And then vinyasa. And meeting in downward dog. Breathing for 1. For 2. For 3. For 4. And for 5. Stepping forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees, pressing into the feet. Arms up. And exhale, arms down. How are we doing? Should be building up a little bit of sweat. Very good. Okay. And pressing into the ground. Inhaling to bend the knees, lift the arms. And exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, separate jump. And flowing through your vinyasa. Slowly and mindfully. Bringing the right leg forward. And coming up into warrior 1. And we are here for 1, For 2. For 3. Left arm drops, peaceful warrior. For 1, opening the heart and the side body. For 2. And for 3. And then we bring the arm down, open our chest, pulling our hands away from our hips, down towards the ground. For 1. For 2. For 3. We exhale, bend forward, humble warrior. Hands going over the head towards the ground. And arms to either side of the leg. Well done. Stepping back into downward. If you like, maybe making a 3-legged downward dog and doing your vinyasa. Remember only choosing to do an option or a challenge if your breath can support it. Left foot forward. Arms up. Warrior 1. For 3 breaths. Peaceful warrior, right arm down, remembering to hear your breathing. Arms clasped behind the back, opening the chest. And humble warrior. And well done. Fingertips to either side of the foot. Taking the foot back and moving into our plank. Chaturanga and upward. And then downward dog. Looking between the palms. Jumping. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bending the knees. Arms up over the head. And exhale. Arms down by the sides. Super. Remembering not to drink any water when we're sweating in our classes. Okay. We are going to now take a seat on the ground. And we are going to perform Paschimottanasana. So this is an excellent posture for removing laziness and inertia. And it's also a good posture to increase our vitality, help with digestion, loads of issues that help with healing, and increase states of peace and calm. So the feet are close but not touching. Inhale, exhale, hinge forward at the hips and hold on to the feet. Gonna move back a tick. If we cannot reach the feet, then what we can do is we can have hands either sides of the shins. And then if you have a block handy, you can put the block in between the legs and rest the head here. Or you can do without blocks. Closing the eyes, bringing the awareness to Muladhara Chakra and feeling the circulation of earth energy through the legs, the trunk, and the arms, and the activation of the energy moving through Muladhara Chakra. Do your best to feel and visualize. If you don't feel anything yet, it will definitely come with time and practice. Remembering that asana means steady, comfortable pose. And not to exert yourself too much, but still challenging yourself and being at your maximum. You can release your bandhas during the meditative postures at the end of class. We always release our bandhas, so Uddiyana Bandha and Mula Bandha. Doing your best to relax as much as possible. The face, the belly, the arms, the jaw, releasing any tension here. And inhaling to come up, resting back on our hands for the awareness phase. Eyes closed, attention focused to perceive the awakening of the energies at the level of the power center, Muladhara chakra. Noticing an increased state of stability, vitality, and calm. The mind becomes more still. We become more centered. We notice the removal of laziness or inertia. Perhaps this may manifest for you as more motivation to do certain things or projects. Moving to practice our next posture. Just a note on the awareness phase. The awareness phase is extremely important as it helps our bodies and the energies to do the recalibration. So please make sure that you are always present and that you are always focusing on what you are doing during the awareness phase. We are now going to practice Vajrasana. So bringing the soles of the feet together to touch. We have three options here of how you can hold your feet. You can hold your feet by holding onto the thumbs alone. That is possible. You can clasp your fingers together in a little net and hold the top of the feet, or you can do one hand over the other. I like to clasp my fingers, so we are doing that. We are focusing on the activation here of Muladhara chakra again, and you are going to be witnessing the flow of earth or telluric energy rising to fill the power center. And you will also be noticing states of stability, stamina, inner fitness, and vitality. So we're also going to press the hips in, increasing the stretch along the groin, and we close our eyes, focusing on Muladhara chakra. And that is good. Stretching the legs out ahead for the awareness phase, keeping the eyes closed. Attention focus to perceive vibrations, sensations moving up the legs, and the activation of Muladhara chakra, the global activation, increased feelings of stability, of calm, and vitality, being centered in the here and now and feeling more grounded. Feeling more present. Very good. Opening the eyes. We are now going to practice Gomukhasana. So coming on to sit on your knees, sitting between your feet. Okay, so you want to sit between your feet. Your heels are on the outer sides of your bum, and your toes are not touching. You don't want the toes to touch here, but there is a gentle space in between them. So you might need a towel or a strap for this exercise. So you are going to take the left hand up and over, and then you're going to hold your fingertips behind your back. So the left elbow goes up and the right goes behind the back. Excellent. If you can do it, it's amazing. We are going to focus on the left side of the chest and the center of the heart as we activate our heart chakra here. So which increases feelings of love and self-love. And the heart is, of course, very important because it's the center of our being. And when the heart is healthy, everything else falls into place as well. So closing the eyes and breathing. The breathing will be a little constricted on the right side because of the grip, but do your best to breathe as deeply as possible. You will notice each breath gives space in your chest and your arms and your shoulders. And releasing the arm down. Attentions focus to perceive the vibrations on the left side of the body, of the chest, the arm, for the yin activation of Anahata chakra, the heart chakra. Our ability to receive and to feel love, self-love, universal love, all forms of love. That is good. So the right arm goes up to meet the left at the back of the chest. And closing the eyes. Focusing on the left side of the heart. Pardon me, right side of the heart. Right side of the chest. Right nipple, right lung. Remembering that we focus at the center of the heart as well as the right side. making sure that your chin is parallel to the floor, that you are not bending your head down to face the floor. No, chin is parallel. So, like you are walking straight. And that is good. Releasing the arm down. If you like, we can do the awareness phase with the legs stretched out. Attention focused to perceive a greater capacity to give love, to share it, for the yang activation of Anahata chakra. Giving it to ourselves as well as to life. can open the eyes. We are now going to practice Nadi Shodhana, breathing exercise. So you can come cross your legs. You can cross them normally. I have lotus, so I'm doing lotus. But if you don't have a lotus, just sit in Padmasana, normal cross-legged. So we're going to have the left hand in Yan Mudra, facing upward on the knees, and then that's the left hand, and then the right hand, the thumb closes the right nostril, the forefinger and the middle finger will hold on to the forehead, will press onto the forehead, and then the ring finger open and closes the left nostril. So you should remember this breathing exercise from other classes. Remember with this breathing exercise and with all pranayamas meaning breathing exercise, with all pranayamas, we always begin and end on the left nostril, okay? So we take first 3 ventilation breaths, bending forward. And then we begin first by breathing in through the left side for 1, 2, 3, 4, closing it, exhaling on the right for 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhaling for 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhaling on the left for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling on the right for 5, 6, 7, 8. Continuing at your own pace now, counting in your head. In for 4, out for 4. Forgive me, we are doing in for 4 and out for 6. So the exhale is 2 counts longer than the inhale. making this your final round. Remembering to exhale on the left, becoming aware of the increased state of balance. More clarity, mental emotional stability, which will extend to balance and harmony in all parts of life. And preparing for the final relaxation, you might want to take a blanket or a sweater to cover yourself for this relaxation. Lying down to enjoy a savasana. Preparing for the global relaxation of the body, completely relaxing each part. Feeling our body mold with the earth. And feeling completely free. And completely blissful. Beginning with the left big toe, taking the awareness there and relaxing all the toes of the left foot one by one, followed by the soles of the feet, top of the foot, ankle, shin and calf, knee, thigh, buttock, and hip. The left leg is completely and entirely relaxed, deeply and profoundly relaxed. Compare it to the right leg, which has yet to be relaxed. The awareness goes to the right big toe, relaxing each of the toes, relaxing the sole of the foot, top of the foot, ankle, shin and calf, knee, thigh, buttock, and hip. Entire right leg, deeply and profoundly relaxed. Taking the awareness to the left hand and the fingertips of the left hand, relaxing the fingers one by one, the palm of the hand, back of the hand, the wrist, the forearm, the elbow, the upper arm, and the shoulder. Entire left arm, deeply and profoundly relaxed. Comparing the left arm to the right arm, which has yet to undergo the relaxation. Now moving to the right hand, relaxing the fingertips of the right hand, the palm of the hand, back of the hand, the wrist, the forearm, the elbow, the upper arm, and the shoulder. Entire right arm, deeply and profoundly relaxed. Moving your awareness now to the pelvic floor, we relax the anus, the sex muscles, the entire pelvic floor. We relax the lower back, mid back, upper back. All the way up the spine. We relax the abdomen, the belly, and the chest, all the way up the front body. Relaxing the shoulders, top, front, and back of shoulders. Relaxing the neck and the throat, the jaw, both cheeks, the mouth, the nose, the ears, both eyes, the forehead, the temples, top of the head, back of the head, entire head, and the left and right brain. Entire body, entire being, deeply and profoundly relaxed. wiggling the fingers and the toes. We stretch our arms above our head, smiling because we're happy because we had a good yoga practice. Keeping our eyes closed, we come to sit. And we bring our arms over our heads, the palms touch, and the thumb goes towards the forehead for, you guessed it, kind thoughts of yourself and of others, kind words to yourself and to others, and for a kind heart. Well done today. Namaste. Well done.